It's the most wonderful time of the year. Unless you work in retail, that is. In which case the holidays are a living nightmare every waking moment of every day. Good lord, being at Office Max for 12 months really put things into perspective for me. After what I've been through, I made it a point to never give crap to a retail worker ever, because I refused to continue the vicious cycle that nearly drove me off the cliffs of madness. The point I'm trying to get to is this. While the holidays are a generally positive time for all involved, everybody has their own unique problems with them. Take people who need to buy for the gamer in their life, for instance. Ever notice how we as video game enthusiasts have built our own beautiful little exclusionary culture? We have our own language, our own heroes, and a hobby that commands so much of our attention that many of us kind of feel awkward talking about anything else to people outside of it, which we totally shouldn't. That'll mostly smooth itself out as gaming becomes more mainstream, but for now, just realize that from the perspective of an outsider looking in, video games seem pretty hard to wrap your head around, and thus, the people who enjoy them primarily are very hard to find gifts for when December rolls around. So whether you're in that position or just looking for something neat to get yourself this year, here are 8 really cool trinkets I found while shopping for my friends that hopefully give you guys a couple ideas. Who knows? Maybe I'll do another one of these next year if you like this. Warm up some chocolate and whip out that card, because these are Team Pizza's Top 8 Gifts for Gamers 2014. Number 8. This one might be starting off the list a little awkward, because unlike everything else on it, Amiibos are far from obscure. If you don't know what these are, they're little figures of Nintendo characters that can be used to unlock extra features in some games, like a new weapon in Hyrule Warriors and the ability to customize and train your own personalized AI opponents in Super Smash Bros. And it seems just about everybody on the planet wants to own them. Make no mistake, it is a buyer's market for these little buggers right now. But even if you can't find a coveted Marth or Villager at your local store, there are plenty of other characters to choose from that probably won't be sold out, like Mario, Peach, Samus, and Kirby. The coolest part? Even more games are planned to have Amiibo support within them, meaning buying even one of these will now open the doors for all kinds of bonuses in the future on games you were probably gonna buy anyway. So to recap, they bring your favorite characters to life, look amazing on your shelf, and make every game you play from this point onward on a Nintendo console even better just for owning them. What's not to love? Number 7. Pop quiz. What is this? Is it A, a donut, B, a rice ball, or C, 4 kids insulting your intelligence? As usual. If you actually understand the joke I just made, you might be interested in knowing that you can actually buy your own set of Pokemon gym badges. I've seen several variations of these on both Etsy and Shapeways, from sewn patches to metal pins, and even some really smooth-looking sandstone. But no matter how you wear them or what set of 8 might be your favorite, it seems the internet has finally made one more childhood dream come true. Now it's your turn to be the best. Possibly like no one ever was. Except somehow it seems a lot less dignified when we try to do it. Get 'em, love 'em, and wear 'em everywhere, because this is only the beginning of this list's nostalgia trip. Number 6. Every man wants to be James Bond. It's something that's hard-coded into our DNA. We want those good looks, that slick suit, that incredible thirst for women, and especially the charm and charisma to actually satiate that thirst. But at its basest level, more than anything else, we want to play with those toys. Video games have always been great at letting us walk in another person's shoes, and if you have fond memories of walking through the Russian wilderness with a silenced pistol while looking for cameras, you'd probably be more than enthused to receive a real-world replica of 007's famous orange and blue watch. But unlike most video game item replicas in the world, which are usually custom-made and super pricey because of it, one of these little beauties will only set you back $20. That's right, you can both tell the time and pretend to call Q for less than the price of most boxed games. This thing would make an incredible stocking stuffer for any fan of the Nintendo 64, because it's just too cool a thing not to show off to everyone you know. Number 5. And Kickstarter strikes again, this time in the form of the most badass lamp you will ever own. It's in the shape of one of Mario's classic question mark blocks, which means if you've been playing these games at least 5 minutes, you probably already know how to turn one of them on. It even makes the classic coin sound effect when you flip the switch. That's amazing! But remember what I just said about custom items usually costing a small fortune? Well, here's your proof of concept, because while the lamps are conceptually amazing, just one of them is going to set you back at least 60 bucks, 80 if you want the stand that goes with it. Still, imagine how awesome it would be to walk back home after being gone all day, and before you even start to sit down to play games, no matter how bright or dark it is in the room, you play with the lights anyway, just because of how awesome it feels to do it. If that kind of joy sounds like it's worth the cash to you, you can pick it up on the website at 8bitlit.com.
Here we go.
Number 4. Look at the screen. Look what I have. A fine collection of only the best Nintendo 64 games. Now look away. Now look back again. The games are now soap bars. I did a frigging double take the first time I saw these. These cartridge soap bars are so well done and lovingly recreated with their chosen materials, I can't help but wonder if the guys who worked on them was a former developer. I've also seen variations of these in both NES and Super NES variants, so it's really just a matter of which design you like the most, or you think would be the most wieldy. Also, make sure you only buy these for a gamer who has a history of being attentive, because I'll tell you from experience, cleaning soap smudges and shavings out of a SNES's loading chamber is no bueno. While I'm at it, here's some more useful information. The words Play-Doh and microwave should never be used in the same sentence. The Arizona Fire Department has a 5-minute response time, and if you hear a flush and the words uh-oh, it's already too late. Yeah, you can probably guess what kind of child I was. Number 3. Music is an incredibly important part of The Legend of Zelda. In fact, some songs and their respective instruments have been the central focus of entire games in the franchise. Now let me ask you this. How would you like to wear your favorite Zelda tune? That is where The Legend of Zelda song rings come in. Each one is handmade and can feature everything from the Nocturne of Shadow to the inverted Song of Time. Who even remembers how to play that off the top of their head? They're made from solid steel and can be customized to almost any size to make sure they fit no matter how bony your fingers are from all that adventuring over the years. Something about these is just unbelievably cool to me. It's almost like a literal interpretation of being able to express myself through song and tell the world exactly who I am with 6 little C buttons. But come on, man. You're gonna spend 50 bucks on one of these. There's only one song that we all want to carry with us no matter where we go. Because really, who doesn't want the power to make it rain whenever they want? Try not to look too deep into that one. Number 2. This one may not seem like a gamer gift from a distance, but if you are one of those parents that wishes they could share in and understand your child's passion, this could very well be your ticket into doing so. Super Dungeon Explorer is a video game-themed board game that pits one or more players controlling a group of adventurers and another controlling the titular dungeon and its monsters. The game looks complicated, but as you start reading through the rules, you find out that it's incredibly simple to understand, meaning it's something that you can share with just about anyone. And the game is getting even better with the new Forgotten King expansion coming out early next year with streamlined rules, even more awesome characters, and hours worth of new monsters to conquer. So don't worry about them not even having a passing interest in this, especially when they actually refer to the categories of monster tiers by 8 and 16-bit. How awesome is that? It doesn't need to be electronic to be fun, and you don't need to be a gamer to have fun with this. It's number 1! As an indie developer myself, it makes me feel really proud whenever I see a small upstart company come up with a really cool idea. Even prouder when that idea quickly grows into something far bigger and better than the creator could have ever hoped for in the beginning. One such success story in that category is a website called Loot Crate. If you don't know what this is, they offer a service where you can sign up to receive a package every month with a collection of assorted geeky goodness. And this is some good stuff, too. T-shirts, action figures, posters, mugs, comic books, candy, bumper stickers. They even throw in some really cool custom items sometimes, like the Friend Zone soundtrack. They're also one of the few places in the world you can still buy the Stan Lee signature cologne. Yes, that was an actual thing. So no matter what you get or how long you sign up for, it's hard to walk away from any Loot Crate feeling completely dissatisfied. The internet loves this service for a reason, and if you're even passively interested in geek or gaming culture, chances are you'll love it too. This list brought to you by Loot Crate. Not really though, I freaking wish I had some of that sweet sponsor money. Hook a brother up, yo. Hey everybody, happy Merry Christmas Hanukkah. If you like this list, I usually do more standard video game themed top 8s every Saturday. That's the working theory anyway. In fact, you can check out our last one right here if you're curious. And while we're all in a winter mood, did you know I got early access to a game called Dog Sled Saga? Yeah, it's a Twitch reaction pixel art game based on dog sledding. It's great, and you can find out just how great by clicking out my preview of it right here. Also be sure to subscribe so you can catch all the news, reviews, and other gaming-related content that I'll be bringing you in the very near future. Until then, I'm Whatthefnu. Later, everybody!